Wow, that was a long day. Finally finished work.
Just finished up your rounds, huh? Boy, being a doctor can be pretty taxing.
Yeah, well, I'm still an intern. Got a lot to learn. But I sure would like to stand on my own soon.
Wow, you're really doing something, Andy. I'm sure you'll become a really good doctor. Keep it up. All your friends, they're all praising you, saying what a great doctor you'll be. My dad even said you're an upstanding young man. I know, sounds real old-timey.
Yeah? Well, I'm really nothing special. Everyone's the same. Oh, you mentioned friends. That reminds me. I heard that Darren is getting married.
Darren? You mean Darren Nettleman? Wasn't he that guy you went to college with?
Yeah, that's him. Apparently he's been going out with his girlfriend since high school.
Oh yeah? How sweet.
Seems like a lot of people are getting married recently. That kind of got me thinking.
Thinking about what?
About marriage.
Huh? Wow, that was out of the blue.
And my internship will end pretty soon, so I figured we should at least discuss it. I sort of want to settle down about now.
I see.
What do you think?
Could we put a hold on that for a bit longer? Maybe it would be better to wait a while. Anyways, you'll probably be pretty busy after the internship is over, and you'll start getting more responsibilities.
Being a doctor is a full-time job. I'll probably be busy forever. Patients never stop coming. There's no end to it. I'll definitely be busy going forward. To be honest, now was the best time to get married. At least I have a little time. And also, we've been dating for a while now. Maybe it's about time, huh?
Yeah, you're right. I know. But it would cost money to get married, right? I really don't have much savings.
Don't worry about that. I'll pay for the wedding. No problem there.
Yeah, but it's all kind of a sudden.
Oh yeah, right. I've always liked you, Mary. You know I always had marriage in mind. But I guess you're not all that enthusiastic. Not really interested in marrying me, I suppose.
No, it's not that. Don't get me wrong. It was just so sudden, it kind of caught me off guard. Now, who wouldn't want to marry an up-and-coming, brilliant doctor like you, Andy?
Really? Are you being honest? I hope you're not just saying that to make me feel good.
Of course I'm being honest. I really do love you, Andy.
Wow, that's a relief. Me too. I love you too, with all my heart. That means I have to go and say hello to your mom and dad pretty soon.
My mom and dad's place? Right.
Yeah, we really should go and see them.
All right, then. How about next Sunday?
Wow, that was quick.
Well, you know what they say. Strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Okay, then Sunday it is.
Frank, please help me.
Hey, sis. What's the matter? Something wrong?
If I don't do something right away, my boyfriend, I don't know what he'll do to me.
What are you talking about, Mary? Calm down for a second. Explain it all to me.
My boyfriend, he's so possessive that he won't let me go outside. I've been stuck in the house for God knows how long. I'm stuck here. I'm a prisoner. He's in the shower right now, so I had a chance to contact you. If he catches me, he's going to be super pissed. I was going to call and talk to you directly, but you know he'll hear me.
Where are you right now? Give me the address. I'll head over there right now and get you the hell out of there.
No, you can't do that.
Excuse me? You're being held against your will for Pete's sake. Why not?
Because he's got a weapon. He always has it ready for times like this. I don't want you to get hurt. If I even think of leaving him, if I try to run, he plans to take me with him. So it would be better if you stayed away.
Are you serious, Mary? Who is this guy? Sounds like a total nutcase to me. I'm going to call the cops.
No, please, not cops, Frank.
Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine.
We really should call the cops. The guy's a psycho. I'll give them a call, so tell me where you're at. I'll go with them and get you the hell out of there.
Hold on a second, Frank. I prefer if you didn't do that.
Excuse me? Are you serious? The guy's holding you against your will. That's a crime. They'll arrest him on the spot. You'll be free from this guy.
I really don't want this thing to get all overblown. You know what I mean? Just don't get the police involved for now, please?
You really think I'm okay with that? No way, sis. I'm calling the cops right away.
Please, I beg you, Frank, no cops. Sorry. You mind if I explain things a little more?
All right, I get it. There more to this? Is that what you're saying? Let's hear it. I've got plenty of time.
I'm pregnant, or at least I was.
Excuse me? Hold on a second. You're having a kid? You? My little sister? So that means the kid is this guy's, this psycho's kid? Is that what you're telling me?
That's right. I really didn't want his kid, but
I understand. You don't have to explain any further.
at first I didn't want this child. I was angry at it, like him being inside me. But then after some time, I began to cherish this child inside me more and more. This child was my only hope, the only thing keeping me going, the only escape from this nightmare of a life.
Mary, are you really okay? You sound distraught.
But this child is no longer in me.
Huh? Does that mean you already gave birth?
No, he was adamant that I would not have his child.
You're not serious.
I am. It's the truth. Please believe me. Like I said, he's very possessive. He says the only person he needs affection for is the person he loves most, me. He doesn't let anyone else get between us. So I had no choice. I'm really sorry. I mean it. I'm so sorry. I was so frightened. I had no way of fighting back. I'm at my wit's end, Frank. I can't take this anymore. That's why I finally got the courage up to contact you. I had to do something.
I see. It must have been really hard on you. Just leave it up to your big brother. I'll take care of everything. Don't you worry about a thing. I'll get you out of there. I'm going to head over there right now.
Please, no. Wait, not right now. Now's not a good time. We really shouldn't hurry this. I know the guy. We have to take him off guard when he least expects it.
Yeah, I guess you have a point.
Right? So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. He's just recently been hinting that he wants to get married pretty soon. Well, if that's the case, we have to go over to Mom and Dad's place to, pay our respects, so to speak. So, we're planning on going over there this coming Sunday. Would you be able to rescue me then?
I get your point. Yeah, I could do that. You think you can hold off till then?
Yeah, I think I can manage until then. When our plans are set, I'll send you a message when I can sneak away, so wait, okay?
No need for that. Better not have any contact. He might get suspicious. I'll just be ready to go over to Mom and Dad's place at any time Sunday. Hey, Mary. Send me back a reply, would you? I just woke up here at the hospital. I'm a little confused. When I got to your house last Sunday, your dad and your brother confronted me for... I don't really know. They were pretty pissed off for some reason. I had no idea what they were talking about. Did I do or say something wrong?
Oh, you finally came to. I'm so glad. I told the hospital that you fell down the stairs and hit your head.
You told them I fell down the stairs? Why would you do that?
Well, my brother, you never know what he'll do next. I'm just worried. I can't very well say he beat you up, right? My brother was in the military. He's pretty strong.
I don't get why your brother was so angry, though. What did I ever do to him?
Yeah, well, my brother Frank is kind of a hothead. I guess he just didn't like you or something. To be honest, I could never figure him out.
I don't know. He was pretty pissed off. There must have been a reason. Can't imagine someone getting that PO just because he dislikes me. Makes no sense.
I really have no idea. Anyway, I can't marry someone my family dislikes so much. I'm really sorry. I think we should break up.
Hold on right there. Are you serious? What is this all about? All this makes zero sense. It's all just so sudden. We just break it off just like that? You owe me a little more explanation than that. Come on, Mary.
Please, don't contact me anymore. Goodbye.
Hello, this is Frank, right? I'm sorry to message you like this. I know it's kind of late. This is Andy. You know, the guy that was going out with your sister. You remember me, right? Can we talk? It won't take long. What the hell do you want? You really got some nerve contacting me, you piece of shit! That little beating wasn't enough for you, huh? I thought long and hard trying to figure out why you and your father would beat the crap out of me. But no matter how hard I tried, I could not find an answer. Would you just tell me why? That's all I ask. This is killing me. Are you nuts? You really have the audacity to ask me that? Did that beating go to your head? Have you lost your memory? What are you saying? You don't remember? I have no intention of forgiving you. But this doesn't make sense. You really went too far. I mean, beating me up for no reason? I could sue you guys for assault and battery. Yeah? Well, I don't care. Saving my sister from the likes of you sends me to jail. So be it. I have no regrets. What do you mean, save Mary? From me? What the hell did I do to her? Don't play the innocent little boy. I know exactly what you did to her. She told me everything. You enslaved her. You kept her locked up in the house. And what's more, you made her abort her child. For that, I will never forgive you. Excuse me? Yes, I do recall you saying something like that when you had me up against the wall. What was that about? I really don't know what you're talking about. Please, just explain it to me. I said don't play innocent with me, buddy. Please, just listen, just for a second. I'm currently living at the hospital dorm, so we're not living together or anything. And about her having a kid, I didn't even know she was pregnant. Exactly when was this? Recently? She says she aborted the child in May of this year. In May? This year? Well, then that's not possible. Excuse me? How is that not possible? Well, she had a test conducted at our hospital for issues concerning her. She saw a gynecologist. That was back in March, as you probably recall. She was a patient at the hospital for a while, and she continued to stop in for checkups. I was a bit concerned for her condition, so although I'm still an intern, I made sure I was present during all the checkups. I checked her report regularly, and there was no sign of her being pregnant. If you don't believe me, I could show you her medical report during this time. Your family, so it wouldn't be confidential. Yeah, sure. You're probably in cahoots with the hospital. You guys probably rewrote the report, didn't you? You guys could rewrite those reports on a whim. You really expect me to believe you? I'm still just an intern. I have no power over that hospital. I haven't even met the hospital director yet. Probably one of maybe 20 or so interns. No way a mere intern has the authority to rewrite a medical report. I'd be barred from the medical profession if I did that. Maybe if I was working at a small neighborhood clinic, maybe, but it's pretty risky. Falsifying such things is a crime, you know. Anyways, I work in ER for now. I wouldn't really have access to patient files. Nice try, buddy, but there is someone who can corroborate the whole thing. Witness? What do you mean? Yeah, that's right. A guy who works at the same hospital as you. Name's Darren. I'm sure you know him. Apparently he advised Mary when she got pregnant. I think his name was Darren, Nettleman, that's it. Darren? Yeah, I know him. We're both interns. We came to the hospital about the same time. Yeah, well, don't bore me with the personal stuff. I don't have the time. Wonder what he has to do with any of this. He's in the gynecology department, right? No, he does work for the same hospital as I do, but he's a radiology technician. You know, x-ray tests and stuff like that. Huh? I have no idea what you're saying. Darren failed to get into medical school. That's why he opted to become a radiology technician. But he went to the same university as you, right? That's right, but he was in a different department. No way that's true! My sister said he worked in the gynecology department. Are you insinuating that my sister is lying? You do a little checking, you'll find out soon enough that Nettleman is no doctor. Just an x-ray technician. Just call the hospital and ask them. Simple as that. Huh, yeah, but I gotta say, this is really strange. I have a bad feeling about this, so I'm gonna do a little checking myself. If you don't mind, I'll contact you again tomorrow. Hey, Mary, before you cut me off, let's just talk for a second.
Andy, I told you not to contact me anymore. I really have nothing more to say.
Why did you lie to your brother and your dad about me?
Huh? What are you talking about? What's this about lying? I never lied to anybody.
And I know you've been having an affair with Darren Nettleman.
Huh? Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about.
No use trying to deny it, Mary. I had a private detective check you guys out. I've got all the proof I need that you and Nettleman were seeing each other behind my back. Pointless lying about it now. Like I said, I got the goods and the truth will come out sooner or later. So I urge you to just fess up. Just tell the truth for once, Mary. Why did you go and lie to your brother and father about this? Why didn't you just come out and say you met someone and wanted to break it off? I mean, I think I'm a pretty understanding guy.
I didn't want to get married. There, I said it.
Excuse me?
I didn't want to marry you. Yeah, that's right. I wanted to marry Darren.
Then why? Why didn't you just say you wanted to break up?
Yeah, that's easy for you to say. Can you imagine the backlash I would have got from my family and relatives if I dumped you? A promising young doctor? They never would have shut up about it. I just couldn't bear to hear their crap. I figured if I made you into a real creep, an abuser, a total psycho, well, then I could break up with you. Everyone would feel sorry for me, praising me for dumping you.
You concocted this little scheme just for that? You're unbelievable!
Boy, I didn't figure Frank and my dad would fly off the handle like they did. I sure didn't plan that. Man, he really worked you over. Figured he would just yell at you. Ex-military, I should have known. That was quite the show. That idiot. He could have gotten arrested for attacking you like that. What a total idiot.
What's so funny about that?
Huh? Excuse me?
I said, what do you find so funny about all this? I really fail to find the humor in it.
Oh my god, are you pissed off at me? You do realize that if anything happens to me, if you touch a hair on my head, my brother will pay you a visit. You got that? Boy, Andy, you should really think about the consequences of your actions. But I guess you never really had any balls. Bet you're scared to even take revenge on me. You'll just shrink away like the little Nancy boy that you are.
Actually, I'm here with them right now. Your brother and your dad.
Excuse me?
I said your brother Frank and your dad. They're here, standing right next to me. You understand what I'm saying? You're done, Mary. Everyone knows what you did.
Nope, that's bullshit.
No, it's true. They've been watching this back and forth from the very beginning. They're both furious. They can't stop apologizing to me for what they did, or should I say, what you made them do.
No way. You would never be able to wrangle that. You're too chicken shit. Impossible. You don't even know how to contact them.
Actually, a friend of mine went to the same high school as your brother. I got his line info from... no problem. Man, your brother and especially your dad, they are super pissed at you. Maybe even more than they were that day when they confronted me. Oh yeah, you want to converse with your brother? He's right here. Hold on a second.
No, you don't have to. I'll call him later, so...
Hey, Mary, one thing's for sure, sis. I'm never going to forgive you for what you did. You hear me, Mary? Well, I'm sure you can imagine what happened to her after that. Her brother and dad really laid into her, and I don't blame them in the least. I heard they, apparently her whole family, completely cut ties with her. They felt responsible for what happened to me and even turned themselves into the police. I don't plan on pressing charges, though. They're also the victims in this whole affair. I don't blame them at all. I also received a generous compensation for what I went through. I didn't ask for it, but they insisted. If the tables were turned and I was told that my sister had been abused, I probably would have done the same thing. Of course, it's never a good idea to use violence to get your point across. But what can I say? They were duped. I can understand Frank's anger. As for Mary, her family abandoned her and she started living with this Nettleman guy. But that didn't last long. Nettleman had already made plans to marry this other girl and dropped her soon afterwards. But it didn't end there. Nettleman's future bride found out about this little affair with Mary and dropped him. Funny how these people always seem to self-destruct. I'm not sure what happened to Mary after that. I never want to go through that again, so in order to protect myself, I took up mixed martial arts. I'm actually getting pretty good at it. Well, as a result, I lost like 20 pounds and my health improved drastically. I think I will put all this behind me and start seeing other people. Maybe this time I'll find the right one.
Oscar, did you have a good time today? I've just come back from getting a massage. I'm all ready for tomorrow's wedding now. Yeah, I had a good time, Abby. And that's good to hear. I'm so excited to see you in your wedding dress. But I don't have much confidence in my speech. I'm so nervous. That's okay. I think you'll be just fine. You're always so good speaking in front of a lot of people. I hope so. I'm nervous too, but I'm more excited. Because I'm so happy to have a wedding at my ideal venue. Thank you for making my dream come true. Of course. I want to make all of your dreams come true. Although, I must admit I was surprised that you wanted to get married before we even moved in together. Because it's a popular wedding venue. If we waited any longer, it was going to be booked up for a year and a half. And I wanted to get married on the day of our first date. Nothing like making our wedding anniversary an extra special day. Okay, I get it. But really, thank you. I'm grateful you're marrying me, even though I was divorced and I don't have any other family. I couldn't believe that I met someone who wants to marry me again. Divorce is very common these days. I'm sure it was hard for you, but your divorce led to us meeting each other. And don't worry about your relatives. I'll be your family from now on. Yeah, you're right. We'll live separately for a while, but after we move in together, let's enjoy our newly married life. Of course. We haven't found a property yet, though. Well, we can take time to look for it. Because we've been so busy with preparing for the wedding. Because of a certain someone. Hey! By the way, don't oversleep tomorrow, Oscar. I'm worried about that happening. I don't want my groom to oversleep. I know, I'll set an alarm. I'll get there earlier than you, because it'll take me a while to get ready. Okay. Then, see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you. Let's be happy together, Abby. Yeah, I'm sure that I can be happy if I'm with you, Oscar. Abby, you must be at the venue already, right? That's right. What about you, Oscar? Don't tell me you just woke up. No, I'm in front of the hotel. That's a relief. I've been waiting for you, so I was a little worried. Hey, there's something I want to ask you. What is it? When I was about to get inside, there was a little girl there. She said she wanted me to let her see her mom. What? Hey, Abby, you don't have a child, do you? I asked her mother's name, and she said your name. She's saying that her mother's going to have her wedding here today. Her name is Lucia. So what if I do? Huh? Like I said, I am asking you, so what if I have a child? Well, it's just weird. I had literally no idea that you had a child. I mean, I did know that you were divorced. What are you trying to say here? You decided to marry me, right? Those feelings just disappear as soon as you find out I have a kid? I didn't mean it like that. Then what do you mean? If you really love me, you'll accept my daughter as well, won't you? It really isn't that simple. If I had known from the beginning you had a daughter, that's one thing. But this situation is completely different. No, it's the same. Just get inside and get ready. I can tell you the details after the wedding. Do you seriously think we're going to have a wedding now? What? You know how excited I've been for today, right? Are you going to cancel the whole thing just because I have a kid? So, you won't marry a woman with children after all? I don't like that you lied to me. Hey, let me confirm with you again. Lucia is your child, for sure. That's what I keep saying. Okay. Then I'm really disappointed in you. You see? Just like I thought. I was hiding Lucia from you because nobody wants to marry a woman who has a child. All men are the same. They run away as soon as they find that out. That's not my point at all. I'm not disappointed in you because you have a child. I'm angry that you lied to me, but you did something even worse than that. Huh? What did I do? You left Lucia at your great-uncle's house because you wanted to marry me, didn't you? You ditched her there and told her to look after herself. She ran away from the house because she didn't want to live with him. She's asking me for her father's address since she wants to live with him. Ugh, she had to go and do all this. But how did she know about here? I didn't tell anyone who would blab to Lucia. She saw the wedding invitation you sent to your great uncle. When she saw it, she thought you were going to abandon her. Don't you think she's too young to have to think like that? How do you treat Lucia normally for her to react in that way? What do you know, Oscar? You have no right to tell me how to raise a kid when you've never had one. Lucia's at the age where she can do everything on her own. She can survive without me doing everything for her. She came to the hotel on her own, after all. But she's still 7. She needs a parent to take care of her. I'll take Lucia to a dressing room for now. I'll tell the staff to cancel the wedding. Can you tell as many of our guests as you can, Abby? Huh? I'm getting ready now. Now's not the time for that anymore. No! I don't want to cancel the wedding! I don't want to either. But I can't marry a woman who ditches her own daughter. Whether you like it or not, we are not having our wedding today. Hey! Answer my calls! We need to talk again! I will not accept this! Sorry, I can't pick up the phone right now. Where are you now? It's your day off today, isn't it? It's none of your business where I am. What's your problem? Don't you realize how much stress you're causing me? They're gossiping about my cancelled wedding at my job. Everyone's looking at me so coldly all the time now. Not to mention how you broke off your engagement with me. Do you hate me just because I have a child and I left her with my great uncle? Your love for me was that superficial? We talked it over yesterday. Not only did you lie to me and ditch your own daughter, I can't forgive how you've been treating Lucia all this time. She's lying to you. I was taking care of her properly before all this. I bet she's lying to you because she thinks that I left her. It didn't look that way to me. And she said she wants to live with her dad. Apparently, you didn't let her see him for a long time. Because that's unnecessary. You've heard all about it, Oscar. How horrible my ex-husband was. He had a drinking problem and got into tons of debt. I was really a mess too because of him. So I took Lucia with me and ran away in desperation. I protected her from his wrath, so she doesn't know how awful her father is. I know the stories. I thought it was horrible, and I felt so angry towards him. Right? When I thought that was the truth, that is. Huh? You met your ex at your former workplace. It's what you told me before, isn't it? So, I called your former company and spoke with Robbie. What? I was shocked by what he told me. It was totally different from what you said. The cause of your divorce was your affair, wasn't it? Because of that, your parents cut ties with you. You said you don't have a family, but it makes sense now. You have one, but they want nothing to do with you. Why? Why did you do that without my permission? I didn't think I was going to break off our engagement at first either. I didn't mind that you had a child, but it was bothering me that Lucia was so desperate to live with her dad. I realized that you're not even trusted by your own 7-year-old daughter. Are you for real? You really overthought this. After I met Robbie and heard the truth from him, it sent shivers down my spine. Because you really are an awful human being. When you got divorced, you lied your way to get full custody, telling him it was your right as the mother. Even though he was separated from her, he kept paying child support every month and always looked forward to seeing her. But you only let him see her a few times, denying him visits most of the time. You gave him the excuse that Lucia will have a stepfather soon, so she doesn't need a father figure, right? That's weird. You didn't introduce Lucia to me or even tell me about her existence, did you? Well, I was thinking of letting you see her one day. I just couldn't find a good timing for it. I didn't have the courage to tell you. So, you think it was acceptable to just suddenly drop her off at your great-uncle's house? Plus, he's elderly and has dementia, doesn't he? That's not fair on him or Lucia. And when you were struggling financially, you asked Robbie to give extra money on top of Lucia's child support. Wait, are you saying you believe Robbie over me? You're the one who's horrible, Oscar. You said we'll be happy together. You're not exactly giving me much good reason to believe you, Abby. You hid your daughter's existence and the fact that your divorce was caused by your affair. The reason why you don't have any family around is because of the awful way you handled your marriage. And you'll abandon your child just to get married again. That's ridiculous. You're the lowest of the low. Why? I just hid her because I love you, Oscar. You sure are changing your story a lot. You lost your temper when I asked about Lucia, and now you're trying to tell me you did all this for me? There are so many ways I could have found out about you having Lucia. Why did you keep it a secret? It's not something you could have hidden forever. If I registered her address to somewhere else, I thought you wouldn't find out. I thought you wouldn't know unless you really checked the details. In that case, you could have relied on Robbie to take care of her. Wouldn't that be better for the both of you? Well, I didn't want Robbie to take her away from me. I don't get it. You can't take care of her on your own, but you don't want to rely on Robbie. I'm sorry, Abby, but I can't understand you at all. Look, Oscar, I'm really sorry that I hid Lucia from you. And I feel bad for leaving Lucia at my great-uncle's house. But I was desperate for a solution. So I want to start over again, with the three of us. I think if it's with you, I can raise her properly, Oscar. Please, give me one more chance. That is not happening. You are honestly terrifying. The way you lie so easily and how you treat your own daughter. The more I think about your behavior, the more I'm scared of you. It's been almost 2 years since we started dating, but I had no idea of Lucia's existence until a few days ago. We did spend more time at my house, but I went to your house about once a month. Just where was Lucia all those times? Well... Answer me. Where was she? She was at my friend's house. That's another lie, isn't it? I heard you made her go out. No wonder she wants to be with her dad. Did you hear that from Lucia too? There's something wrong with you. You take all the words of a 7-year-old kid at face value, believing her over me. You're not making any sense. You're the one who's not making any sense. Fine. Whatever. I've had enough. You're annoying me. I only wanted you for your money anyway. If you won't put me first, I don't need you. Good for you. You didn't end up becoming my walking wallet. Just so you know, you're so ugly that you make me sick. You'll be single until you die. Lol. Lucky me. I managed to get away from such a bad person. I managed to save Lucia as well. What? What do you mean you saved Lucia? You made Lucia go shopping alone earlier, didn't you? I managed to take her away with me. Huh? What are you talking about? Are you for real? I am. I don't think Lucia's ever going to go back to you again. Are you an idiot? If I tell the police, you'll be arrested. Do you know what happens to child kidnappers? That's okay, because I was with Robbie, and we took her to CPS. Wait, seriously? Why did you go that far? Unlike you, I'm not a liar, so I'm telling you the truth. The reason I couldn't take your calls was because I was at a CPS facility. You still have custody of Lucia, right? So, we need to change that for Lucia's sake. You're the worst! Look what you're doing to me! If I don't have Lucia, I won't get child support! See? I thought so. What? Come on! What is it? Robbie said the reason you wanted Lucia so badly was for the child support. Look, The child support isn't money for you. You need to make a living with your own money, not relying on Robbie. I guess CPS will have a lot of questions for you about Lucia. I'm obviously not a lawyer, so I don't know if you did anything to be punished by the law. But how you treated Lucia shows you're not fit to be a parent. I don't get it. I thought I could be happy finally. I shouldn't have taken Lucia in. It's not her fault. It's yours. You ruined her life many times and took advantage of her. You threw her away for your own happiness.
Oscar,
Do you really hate me now? But you were happy when we were together, right? Yes, I was. But it was all built on a lie. I can't believe you're trying to get me back after saying you were only marrying me for money just a few minutes ago. Looks like you only think about yourself. No! I just lashed out because of what was happening. I didn't mean it. Actually, I want to be with you, Oscar. I want to be happy. I never expected you to be quite this low. But because of that, I can hate you without feeling guilty. If you want to be happy, do it without me. I don't need your superficial love. Although we couldn't forgive what Abby did to Lucia, since letting her go outside and leaving her at her relative's house were only temporary, Abby wasn't punished after the investigation. But she was stripped of Lucia's custody, as well as having a restraining order put on her. I hired a lawyer and charged her for the cancellation of the wedding. I was also compensated for emotional damages on top of the costs of the wedding itself, because it was recognized Abby was at fault. She ended up having to pay it all. It was supposed to be paid in monthly installments. But she stopped paying after a few months. The government called her job to seize her salary. The whole incident seemed to be a topic of gossip for people around Abby. Well, I guess it was to be expected, since the wedding was cancelled. Eventually, Abby's workplace got a call from debt collectors, so she ran away since she couldn't take it anymore. I heard from my lawyer that she kept shoplifting at some sleepy faraway town and was arrested in the end. The payment of the compensation was suspended following her arrest. But after everything that's happened, I don't even want to get involved with her anymore. In the end, she wasn't arrested for Lucia's case, but she found another way to get herself locked up. She'll have a long time to think about what she did now that she's in jail. Lucia and Robbie were finally able to live together, and they are happy now. They were separated for a few years. So he texted me that they went out everywhere on weekends to make up for their lost time together. Unfortunately, my wedding and relationship were all messed up. But after I heard that Lucia was happy, I do think it was right that I believed in her over Abby at the time. And I wouldn't have noticed what Abby was really like if Lucia didn't come to the wedding. If she's in trouble in the future, I hope I can help her. But I don't need to worry about that, because she's with her dad now, right? I'll just wish them both happiness from a distance.